Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today we're doing something very different. We're at the deck here at Barton Aerodrome to do a little bit of an interview and a little look inside the aircraft and see what it's all about really. So yeah guys, enjoy. Welcome to the deck, which is currently the only 747 experience in the whole of the north of England. The hangar for the deck is situated at Barton Aerodrome, also known as City Airport, just behind the Runway 26 cafe. Now here's the deck, which looks absolutely amazing in its hangar, and the work they're doing to it is really good, even though it's not quite finished yet, but it definitely will be for the opening date of 17th of September. The deck was part of a British Airways Boeing 747, which was scrapped at Cotswolds Airport, registrated G-BYGA. Then, in August 2022, the deck was transported by lorry up to Barton Airport, of which I'll leave some videos of in the description. And the reason why a few bits are still missing in the cockpit is because it's eventually going to be turned into a flight simulator, so they had to take a few bits out to install this. There is also an amazing on-site shop which sell many parts of different aircraft, including parts of 747s. They also sell a few aircraft models. But now, let's sit down with the founder of Doors to Manual, Drew, who can tell us more about the amazing deck. So guys, we're now here with Drew, the founder of Doors to Manual. And we're going to do a little bit of an interview now, so let's get it done. First question is, do you aim to bring any other pieces of aviation history to the deck that obviously aren't related to the 747?
So I don't know if you saw on the other side of the aircraft, but we've brought in a Harrier drop fuel tank, which has been made into a sofa. And there's a Thomas Cook engine intake outside, so we're always going to be looking for other pieces that we can display because we're creating a bit of a museum feel within the hangar as well, and we're in talks with someone who owns a massive British Airways collection of memorabilia that we can display. So yeah, I mean it's obviously all focused around the 747, but we'd love to be able to share more with other people as we find it.
And do you plan on opening any other aviation related museums in different locations with Doors to Manual in the future?
So at the minute it's not something that we really have thought about. We really need to see how this goes with big plans around what we want to make this, and it's going to be more of an event space to get married in and have conferences, and for aviation colleges to come and train their school kids and stuff in as well. So the focus is definitely around here, but who knows if this becomes really successful, we might take it out to other locations as well.
So what is your reasoning to opening the deck, and what was it that first started you thinking about making it?
So I've always been interested in planes, and during COVID, so I work in aviation as my main job. I'm one of my business partners, my business partner for Doors to Manual. Her and I worked together in the same company, and we decided during COVID, I had bought the Virgin, the Scarlet Lady from the side of GVAST, one of the last Virgin 747s to be scrapped. and we sort of talked about it and thought actually there's an opportunity here for us to do a business where we can offer parts of planes that people have flown on or mean something to them as key rings or squares or something like that, and create a business out of it, which is why we opened Doors to Manual. And now I think we're in a position where we said, how do we make Doors to Manual bigger, and how do we do something that's different than anybody else? And what better way to do it than taking a part of the Queen of the Skies, which was the sort of starting block for Doors to Manual in the first place, and making the 747 the centre focus of making Doors to Manual such a massive big thing in the coming years.
Nice. So how much attention and funding do you think you need to keep this amazing and obviously unique exhibit open to the public?
So the good thing is that we're working very closely with Peel, who own the city airport here at Barton. So we've got this hangar at a decent price monthly from a rent perspective. We obviously want to make it bigger and being able to staff it to bring in conferences and weddings and all of that sort of things, which will obviously take money, and to be able to get the hangar into a space where it's able to be set up for events like weddings. It will need more investment, but we're confident that with what the work we're doing with the visitor centre and the flight simulator, that will generate the revenue over the coming 6 to 12 months to put back into the business to grow your event space as well.
So now for my final question. I've been a massive aviation enthusiast since I was probably about 18 months old. Well, that's what my dad told me anyway. And he used to take me down to the airport pub and we used to watch the planes, and it was just amazing. I've always loved it from there. So do you see the deck being like a foundation for future aviation enthusiasts to come into the hobby, and could this be a starting point for them?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think where Concorde sort of did that for my era, where Concorde was just sort of, I remember hearing it in the sky, but really my thing of Concorde is it being in museums, but I still remember it flying. The 747 is an aircraft that is still in the sky, so generations are coming through now are still able to experience what the 747 flying is, and I think then being able to relate to that, whereas Concorde, whilst we absolutely love Concorde as a business, it doesn't fly anymore, so kids coming up don't know what it was like for it to fly, so that relation to it is a bit more difficult. We're hoping that being able to provide a space where there's an aircraft that does still exist in today's is that stepping block, and then we can add to it, and as you say, maybe other locations, or maybe we go into bigger hangars and bring other aircraft in and all of that, so absolutely, yeah.
So thank you very much, Drew, for that. It was really good to obviously get an insight, and because it's opening on the 17th of September, which is about 2 weeks from now. So it's great to get a little insight and see what's going to be going on. I'll definitely be booking my tickets to come in for the first day, and you guys should too. If you live locally or if you're just in the UK as well, definitely get yourself down here. We're stood in the shop right now, which is also amazing. Obviously I can't show you too much because it'd spoil it. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!